Thank you, Mary, for that introduction. Good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Allow me to first give thanks from IGAD to the government of Kenya for supporting us and helping us and partnering, allowing us to partner in this event. As a regional organization, Kenya is the most important of countries because it is Kenya that is leading in trying to settle its differences and move forward into the future together. So we thank the Kenyan government and we thank those representatives of that government who are here. The Honorable Assistant Minister, Wavinya Ndeti, Mr. Mitane Nemo, who all of us know for the phenomenal work that he does. The very good people at Grand Kenya, Mary Kimani and Dr. Hamilton Gaya, who help show the world what we are and what we can do. Thank you so much. And also, thank you to the Global Peace Foundation for being here, for partnering and being such steady and partners with such good faith and goodwill to all of us who've been working to make all this happen. But I tell you, most of all, I want to thank the people who've been organizing this event, who have not slept, who have had sleepless nights worrying about all of you coming from the counties. Thank you for your effort, thank you for your sacrifice and your contribution to Kenya. I want to thank all the volunteers who are here. Where would we be without you? Giving your time, giving your energy for nothing but the opportunity to participate. Most of all, my friends, it's an honor to stand here in front of young Kenyans. You remind me of myself, you remind me of when I was most optimistic about the world, and I think you are our future. It's an honor to stand here with you and to tell you that we are living history. There will come a time when other young people will sit just where you're sitting, and depending on what we choose as a people, they will speak of Kenyans who 50 years after Kenya's independence were part of a generation that guided this precious land to a dignified and prosperous future. It's our choice. Just around the corner is the opportunity to freely choose those who you think should lead this country. That right to choose freely was fought for very hard. It was fought for by men and women, patriots who from the very moment when a foreign army landed on these shores and declared this place called Kenya to be a colony, to be a possession of a king who lived thousands of miles away. What drove our patriots through the hardship and the suffering of their struggle was hope that a better day was coming. They had the imagination and the faith to live for a future that was yet unseen. Today, you too, my friends, can look towards the horizon, hoping for a better tomorrow, in a better Kenya than the one you know today. It's our choice. Hope for the future is a choice. Hope is not being naive. It is a calculated, determined choice to build that which does not yet exist in the world, but that which you know is necessary for your own betterment. It was faith in the building together for the glorification of something bigger than any one individual that allowed people in the country that my office is in, Ethiopia, to build 11 churches 500 years ago that were hewn out of solid rock that took decades to build. To our south, in the southeastern hills of Zimbabwe, Zimbabweans built a great city called Great Zimbabwe. It was built over 300 years with beautiful architecture. It's 500 years old. Its massive walls are built with architectural skill and house soapstone carvings of birds that you can see in Zimbabwe's flags today, connecting the hopes of leadership of those people 500 years ago with the hopes of Zimbabweans today. To the east of this building, we are standing in the counties of Mombasa, Kilifi, and Lamu, where some of you are from, are cities that have traded with the world for 1,000 years. Hundreds of Chinese ships used to dock in Lamu, in Mombasa, in Malindi to trade. My dear friends, we're not just standing here today to have a short time in the world. We are part of a continuum of hundreds of generations that came before us. Their hopes and dreams are here with us today. And after we leave this place, many millions of people will live with our dreams. Our choices, our daily choices, as a generation will be part of determining the kind of world we live in. Whether we can hold our heads high because we live in a Kenya that is prosperous and whose people walk free and with kindness for one another. But we're not just here to speak of histories and futures. People need jobs. People need more money in their pockets. Many young Kenyans and young Africans are going to sleep tonight with the pain of an empty stomach. We live in the poorest part of the world in economic terms. Our people have some of the shortest average lifespans. We have problems, and many of you here and who are listening to us out there are experiencing. These challenges are not new, and they will be with us for a while longer. But we have the power to change them. I'm coming to the end. Yet the need for jobs is the need to satisfy our desires and our needs: food, entertainment, communication. And because so many of us are looking for the same thing, conflict is inevitable. But conflict does not mean violence must be inevitable. The peace so many of us are working for, and so many of you are working for, is a technology. It is a series of social technologies that are invented in new forms for different social and political reasons. In other words, all those dialogues for peace you have are a form of technology. And that is what we're here to do today. Violence, the opposite. Violence, which means that your technologies have failed, is a cry of helplessness and weakness. And to those who invent and implement and accept the skills and tools of peace comes the ability to negotiate the world much more effectively. My friends, many of you are volunteers. And in closing, I want to tell you, it is in volunteering that we will build the skills of leadership and professionalism that will serve you well in the future. Your organizational skills will be improved, and your credibility amongst your peers and the people who are watching you volunteer and organize will be enhanced. But it is not all for you to do. We're asking business leaders and leaders in government to meet your energy and inventiveness halfway, supporting those who are most in need and providing the environment that will enable you to thrive and grow. All this, my friends, begins with ensuring that this coming election is peaceful. It also means that you sustain this conversation on the web portal that has been built for you and its communications tools. Go back home and sign up as many of your friends as you can to come and have a conversation on how to be a chapter of greatness in the illustrious history of our peoples. A conversation that is concerned more with giving than receiving, and that seeks ways to thrive even while contending with the very real problems of the day, as individuals in professions, as sons and daughters, and as citizens of this great country called Kenya. From us at IGAD and all my colleagues in Djibouti, we're proud of you, we're looking up to you, we're looking forward with you, and we're supporting you. Thank you.